a lot of grief. It's really, really ugly getting healthy. I'm sorry. Has no one told you that yet? I'm sorry if I just burst your bubble there, but it really is uncomfortable. And guys, in this world today, we are used to comfort. I can have my groceries in 75 minutes or less. If that had been around when my twins were a baby, that would have been great. But anyways, we can't go back in time. But you guys, so that's the thing. Like our world is like, what do you want on a silver platter? Sure, we're going to charge you a fee and a very large tip, and you're going to be your credit card's going to be insane, but we'll deliver it to your door in a second. Y'all, Crumble Cookie was at my door in under 60 minutes. And I don't mean one. I don't mean one. Okay. And so we are so used to convenience. And when we're not trying to lose weight, we're trying to transform. Put a one in the chat if you're going to keep it off, if your plan is to keep it off. Few ones there. Yeah. I love this. Yes. The keep it off piece. Here's the thing. That's here and that's here. Okay. And it's also in not doing it alone. There's so much shame. Look, the ones are still coming in. We want to keep this weight off. Okay. What I'm saying is a lot of things. But y'all, that finish line, I knew when I hit a healthy weight that I probably needed this healthy community even more than while I was getting that dopamine rush of the scale, doing what the scale does when we're following program. So I needed to lean in more because my mindset of the past was definitely like, oh, we're here. Sweet. That was great. Awesome. I did the thing. Nope. It's ongoing. I always say that my brain wants to be 300 pounds. She wants me to be 300 pounds. She loves comfort. She loves sugar. She is definitely addicted. And she fights for comfort in the moment. She has a hard time seeing the future. And so one of my favorite things to say is when that voice gets really loud, when 300-pound Caroline gets really loud, and she is still loud, you guys, what I say is, all right, sis, we need a different voice. Okay. Oh, there's a thumbs up for that. So we need a different voice. And that can come in the form of this call. That can come in the form of exactly what Carrie said, you guys, Primal Potential podcast. Woo! I can't tell you how many Elizabeth Benton isms have gotten me through and continue to get me through. So that's what I want you to think of in those moments too, like in that stop that Carrie's talking about, right? Our voice is so stinking loud, and it doesn't mean we're bad. It means we're human, and it just means we need a different tool in that moment. Okay. You can do one of those healthy dopamine things that Carrie shared about. But you can also say to yourself, okay, I need a different voice. It is clear. My voice is loud and clear. We know what she wants, but we know how that ends. Okay. So definitely use that tool as you are moving throughout your day. And that's another thing. We're going to look at each day as important. Okay. We're looking at that next step. We're not looking at the entire staircase. If I told myself over and over again, girl, you have 80 pounds to lose, good luck. Y'all, that's not going to get me through this day right here. Okay. So, today matters. Anyways, Primal Potential. Okay, there we go. That's the podcast. So here's the thing. We want to talk to you guys. If you would like celebration wise, I would love that in the chat, so that we can work through some of the hard and ugly stuff. We don't really like to talk about the reasons that we are, eating and or drinking the way that we do to cope, to numb. But that's where the breakthroughs happen. Okay. What is the feeling behind this craving? Okay. Did a stressful email just come through? Like, did I just have an argument with my mom? Like, what was it? What just happened? What is the feeling behind this craving that I am trying to shove down and sweep it under the rug? So anyways, that's what we want to talk to you about today. And I'm as I've talked about alcohol with you guys right now earlier, that's something that has been a big piece of my journey. So I'm more than happy to answer questions about that, about struggles with that. I had 2 questions when I started program. Number 1, what alcohol can I drink? Number 2, what can I put in my coffee? That's all I cared about. Celebrations, because I made it through. So yeah, that's what I cared about coming into program. Okay. So anyways, I'm looking in the chat. Feel free to put your questions in the chat, but also y'all, if you're feeling that little tug to raise your hand, please do. And let me say this too. We have our other resource, the client page. If you're not on our Facebook client page, we would love for you to be on there. Please talk to your coach about it. It is a phenomenal resource. That search bar, it has, still answers tons of questions for me. So definitely use that resource. And that's where you can ask questions about ketchup. Like, how many can I have ketchup? How many tablespoons, sugar free or not sugar free? That's where you can ask those kind of specific questions about program. But here on this call, we want to go really deep with mindset and get a little uncomfortable so that we can start to heal and live in healthy bodies. No big deal. But we don't have to do it alone, and that's what's cool.
And I'm just going to add this. I'm the fun killer. So if you are a coach, we have a specific call for you tomorrow morning. So feel free to celebrate yourself in the chat. But we want to really reserve this time for clients and really focus on them. And also, Caroline is super, super smart. I won't speak for myself, but neither of us are doctors or nurses or therapists. So we are accidental health coaches. Neither of us went to school for nutrition or anything like that, but we were successful and we have helped other people be successful on plan, and we want to help y'all. So if you do have questions, raise your Zoom hand, and then we will call on y'all.